Missing Michael Vaughan, Monkey Mondays, where we only cover the facts. Missing Michael Vaughan, Timeline, Part 8. Nelson Mandela once said, history will judge us by the difference we make in the everyday lives of children. Nestled in the picturesque landscape of Piatt County, Idaho, Fruitland stands as a serene city flanked by the meandering Snake and Piatt rivers. This quaint settlement is strategically placed next to U.S. Route 95 in the Treasure Valley of southwest Idaho, approximately 50 miles west of Boise near the Oregon border. Fruitland serves as an integral part of the Ontario micropolitan area. However, amidst its tranquil facade, Fruitland gains global attention on a warm summer evening in 2021, not for its horticulture bounty, but because of the perplexing disappearance of 5-year-old Michael Vaughan. Michael's zest for life and curious nature paint a vibrant portrait of a young boy enamored with exploration. His days are filled with joyous pursuits from delving into the Earth's depths to immersing himself in the digital realms of Minecraft. Michael's interests are as diverse as they are fervent. His fascination with astronomy has him gazing at the celestial wonders of the night sky, while his love for superheroes finds expression in his favorite movies, including The Mandalorian, Spider Man, and Batman. His playful spirit extends to his choice of toys, ranging from monster trucks and Hot Wheels to the intricate world of Legos.
Blue and red are his favorite colors, mostly blue. He loves monster trucks. Gravedigger is his favorite monster truck. He loves Spider-Man, Batman. He loves race cars. He loves cars. He loves trucks. Anything that goes. He loves pepperoni pizza, macaroni and cheese, and it has to be the Velveeta kind. It can't be the Kraft macaroni and cheese. You're kind of picky about that one. He loves Otter Pops, the Otter Pop popsicles. He could eat a whole box if I let him. Zebra cakes, the little Debbie Hostess zebra cakes. They get come two in a pack. Oh, and ding dongs. Loves ding dongs.
Oh yeah.
Strawberry jelly, no seeds, peanut butter. Sometimes he just eats like straight bread. Just I'm like, do you want toast or? He loves being outside. He loves going camping. We like to go prospect and go rock hounding. We did get to do one camping trip in the end of May. He got to play soccer with Dad, and we found lots of cool rocks. I've been waiting for it to warm up to finish tumbling them. I get them all polished up. He loves panning for gold. He's a fish in water. He is a swimmer.
Moreover, Michael's fondness for outdoor escapades sees him relishing moments at the park, on camping trips, and during thrilling adventures at water parks and amusement centers. He enjoys digging in the dirt, searching for rocks, and mining for gold. He loves playing Minecraft with his family and enjoys building things. His favorite toys include monster trucks, Hot Wheels, Power Wheels, excavators, construction vehicle toys, and Legos. His favorite movies are The Mandalorian, Spider-Man, and Batman, reflecting his love for superheroes. He enjoys reading books like Harold and the Purple Crayon, Lego books, and I Love You More. Michael's favorite places to go are the park, where he enjoys sliding and swinging. He loves visiting the Oregon coast and cherishes the special memory of seeing the beach for the first time. Camping is a favorite activity, and his favorite foods include pizza, macaroni and cheese, zebra cakes, and chocolate chip cookies. He is a Seahawks fan and treasures memorable moments such as camping in the Whitman Forest, finding crystals and rocks, learning to prospect for gold, and riding four-wheelers with his grandpa.
Happy birthday, monkey. We love you.
Michael also enjoys going to Roaring Springs, playing mini golf, enjoying water parks, laser tag, video games, and bowling with his family. He is always ready to go places, play outside, spend time with the family, and plant things outdoors. On the evening of July 27th, 2021, Brandy left for work, leaving Tyler in charge of their children at their home on Southwest Ninth Street. During this time, Michael reportedly went to a neighbor's house to play with their children and then returned home. However, this was the last confirmed sighting of him.
He went to a neighbor's house. He went to another neighbor's house and another neighbor's house.
Last winter, Michael's mom, Brandy, invited our News Nation team to their Idaho home, walking us through her son's last moments there.
He would have come out of the garage. The front door is pretty hard to get out of, and you can hear that opening.
Michael inexplicably disappeared. Upon realizing Michael was missing, Tyler immediately informed Brandy and dialed 911, triggering a frantic search involving law enforcement, concerned neighbors, and a community united in distress. Despite exhaustive efforts, including the use of tracking dogs, no trace of Michael was found beyond a piece of farmland near his home. Controversially, an Amber Alert was not issued due to stringent criteria under Idaho state law. As the investigation into Michael's disappearance continues, his family remains steadfast in their belief that he will return home.
I am here to ask you all. I'm here to ask you, please, for your help. I am here to ask you to please keep Michael's face, his name, and his story in every one of your hearts, your eyes, and your minds.
Long, thorough investigation. The family is not a focus of our investigation at this point. They are continuing to fully cooperate with us. Today, as members of this community, we continue to agonize with the family.
We want to thank all of you, the officers, all of the agencies. You guys have keep working so hard, and we're gonna get him home. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna find him.
July 22nd, 2022. Do not want to see this day come. Case of missing boy Michael Vaughan nears 1 year mark. Fruitland, Idaho. If we could have dammed the Snake River, we would have.
The Fruitland Police, Payette Police, and Payette County deputies and citizens searched through the night until support arrived the following morning. The ensuing response was immense. We had over 100 law enforcement officers from federal, state, and local agencies, including the FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, along with trained search teams, converge on our small city of Fruitland. Our physical search efforts were conducted by experts from the Idaho Fish and Game, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, both Fruitland and Sand Hollow fire departments, multiple law enforcement agencies, and coordinated citizen searchers. The search included over 200 residential homes, properties including outbuildings, a septic tank, garbage cans, vehicles, irrigation ditches, and drained canals. Trained search teams and law enforcement, along with specialized canine teams from across the country, searched over 3,000 acres of farm ground, along with areas surrounding the city and out into the county. Sophisticated drones, boats with sonar, boats with canines, kayaks, paragliders. I would say that if we could have dammed the Snake River, we would have.
Those were the words of Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff on Friday afternoon at a news conference regarding missing child Michael Joseph Vaughan. July 27th will mark 1 year since the child was last seen in his Fruitland neighborhood. Surrounded by partners in law enforcement as well as members of Michael's family, including his parents, Brandy Neal and Tyler Vaughan, their daughter Bug, and Michael's grandfather Bob in front of the Fruitland City Hall, the chief provided a recap of what happened nearly a year ago and shared new information. Following Michael's disappearance, police sent out alerts to the public and law enforcement through a variety of resources. Additionally, extensive searches were conducted in the hours, days, and weeks that followed on 200 residential homes and properties and more than 3,000 acres of farm ground and waterways in the city and surrounding areas. Work continues daily for the department, which includes meetings and investigations Huff said. Every day is an anniversary of the disappearance of Michael, Huff said. Our investigation remains intense and strong. In addition to countless searches done that were consensual, Huff said there have been 27 search warrants served and more are being written. Special investigators from both Idaho State Police and the FBI remain assigned to the case. Huff said recent leads led to the searching of more acreage conducted by Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue with canine units. While those didn't pan out, he expressed his gratitude that the team had been available at a moment's notice. Further, he said it is expected for that number of acres searched will continue to grow. There have been 1,000 leads, with many, but not all, being cleared. Huff noted that it requires ample time to work each of those thoroughly to conclusion. He urges the public to call in any tips, saying no tidbit of information is either too benign or too obscure. We believe someone will provide information, he said. The window of time Michael went missing is smaller than initially thought. After having worked through so many tips to establish a timeline when Michael went missing, it is now believed the window of time he disappeared in is smaller. The chief said it is thought to be 6:40 into 7 p.m.
It's important to note that as we continue to refine our timeline, we now believe that Michael disappeared in a smaller window of time, and that's probably between the time of 6:40 p.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. on the 27th.
That night. At one point, police were searching to identify 2 vehicles and 2 pedestrians that were seen near that timeline. They have investigated and identified the blue Dodge Avenger and a jogger to the end. However, there is still more to be known about the white 2016 to 2018 model Honda Pilot, leaving that area about the same time, and a man who was seen walking through the splash pad at Crestview Park. It is believed the vehicle belongs to a resident. Though that still hasn't been cleared, the man has not come forward and has not been identified. He is described as a white adult male in his late 20s to early 30s who was wearing black shorts, a white t-shirt with cut-off sleeves, dark color shoes, and a hat. However, Huff made it perfectly clear he is not a suspect. The police needed to talk to him to complete the timeline. Huff said he planned to release a photo of that person on Fruitland Police Department's Facebook page later that day.
Earlier in the investigation, we needed assistance in identifying 2 vehicles and 2 pedestrians that were seen in the area around the time of Michael's disappearance. And so you guys need to know that we positively identified the blue Dodge Avenger we were looking for, and the man that we saw jogging in that area. Those have both been identified, vetted, and investigated, and to an end. So the white Honda Pilot, 2016 to 18 Honda Pilot that we have leaving the area at approximately that time, again, we believe that it belongs to a resident, but we haven't quite been able to clear that and verify that. So that's kind of still an outstanding for us. The man seen walking through the area of the splash pad of Crestview Park leading up to the time of Michael's disappearance, he's not come forward and he has not been identified. So the man's described as a white male adult, late 20s, early 30s. He was seen wearing black shorts, a white t-shirt with cut-off sleeves, dark colored shoes, and a hat. So I need to make it perfectly clear that he is not a suspect, but we need to talk to him so we can determine his whereabouts to see if he witnessed anything that would be helpful in this investigation.
As a multifaceted investigation, multiple leads are being worked on at the same time. At the conclusion of the investigation, I'm hopeful we'll find answers, I've said. As members of the community, we agonize with the family. July 22nd, 2022, KTVB News press conference.
We haven't stopped. Every day we have unfinished business, and I'll tell you that every day is an anniversary of the disappearance from Michael Vaughan for us.
Michael Vaughan has been missing for nearly a year now. This morning, Fruitland Police Department provided an update on the investigation into the disappearance of Michael Vaughan, also known as Monkey. Now, next week marks 1 year since the Fruitland boy went missing. He turned 6 last month. And with the help from the Idaho State Police and the FBI, Fruitland Police believe they have been able to more accurately determine the time that Michael disappeared.
This process is exhaustive, and it takes a lot of time, and we believe someone out there will ultimately provide us with some information that'll help us solve this case. It's important to note that as we continue to refine our timeline, we now believe that Michael disappeared in a smaller window of time, and that's probably between the time of 6:40 p.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. on the 27th.
A new partnership with the Homeward Bound program offers additional awareness of Michael's disappearance. The program displays missing persons information on semi-truck trailers traveling across the country, and the reward for Michael's safe return is now more than $52,000. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Fruitland Police Department at 208-642-6006. Extension 0. And coming up on Sunday night on our News at 10, News Channel 7's Tristan Lewis talks with Michael's parents about the past year and their hope of bringing Michael home.
July 27th, 2022, News Nation interview.
Welcome back. Tonight in our Missing series, a renewed search for a 5-year-old boy named Michael Monkey Vaughan. We brought you his story for the first time last year, but tonight, the first national TV interview with both of Michael's parents and newly released photos of a man police say was nearby at the time of Michael's disappearance. Correspondent Marky Martin is joining us live. And Marky, you've been with this case for some time now. You traveled to Idaho last winter to speak with his mother, but now you've had the chance to speak to both of his parents. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Natasha, so we heard from Michael's dad, Tyler, for the very first time this week. He was the parent who was actually at home at the time that Michael went missing. And today marks 1 year since that little boy, who is lovingly known as Monkey, walked out the door and never came home.
We haven't stopped. Every day we have unfinished business, and I'll tell you that every day is an anniversary of the disappearance from Michael Vaughan.
It's been 365 days, a year of searching with no answers. For the 5-year-old Fruitland boy whose 2021 disappearance garnered nationwide attention and support.
Hi, how are you doing, bud?
Last July, Michael Vaughan was at home with his dad and baby sister while mom was at work. Family says he walked out, searching for neighborhood kids to play with.
He went to a neighbor's house. He went to another neighbor's house and another neighbor's house.
Last winter, Michael's mom, Brandy, invited our News Nation team to their Idaho home, walking us through her son's last moments there.
He would have come out of the garage. The front door is pretty hard to get out of, and you can hear that opening.
At the time, his dad, Tyler, declined to speak with us. But this week, that changed. The couple sitting together for their first national TV interview.
It doesn't feel like a year. It's been an eternity.
Tyler, a lot of people curious why, if you were the one at home, why you haven't done a lot of talking with the media. What's your response to people who want to know that question?
Because I was the one at home. I feel like because I was the responsible party. I don't like being in the public eye at all, and it's because I, to some extent blame myself.
For most of the afternoon, Tyler says Michael played with his monster trucks and Nintendo Switch, and that around dinner time, he ordered a pizza and went down the hall to change the baby's diaper. When he came back out, Michael wasn't there.
Searched the house, searched the backyard, went out in the front yard, jumped in the van, called Brandy.
He says he raced around the neighborhood and was the one who called 911.
The Fruitland Police, Payette Police, and Payette County deputies and citizens searched through the night until support arrived the following morning.
In the last year, more than 3,000 acres and nearby river have been searched. No suspects have been named, but authorities say they have persons of interest. Fruitland police asking for the public's help in identifying this man, seen in newly released photos walking in a nearby park at the time of Michael's disappearance. And to this day, nobody has been cleared, including Tyler and Brandy.
What do you tell people who say, do they know more than they're letting on?
A lot of the speculation online is based in fantasy land.
Law enforcement and God knows our truth, and we'll stand firm and stand strong.
Fruitland Police confirming with News Nation the couple has cooperated with the investigation. Today, Michael would be 6. His parents grieving another summer without him. A summer they say should be spent playing and camping as a family.
Right. Time for bed now.
But I still want to look at some stars.
He is pure joy, love, excitement, much excitement, energy, lots of energy. You can't not fall in love with him.
Both Tyler and Brandy tell me they do believe that their son is out there alive. They still believe he's coming home. And Natasha, I asked both of them, what would justice look like in your eyes? Brandy's answer was if her son comes back alive and well, she could find it in her heart to forgive. Tyler said he just wants his child home. Legal punishment would take care of the rest. And I do also have to mention, to this day, Fruitland Police, they have declined to go on camera for an interview with our crew since day one. Natasha.
Marky, I can't imagine what these last several months have been like for this family. Can I ask, do Michael's parents fear the case going cold at this point? What is being done to keep his name and face on people's radars?
Yeah, it's a great question. And actually, they do not fear this case growing cold. They say there's new tips coming in all the time. They're actually excited about some new technology that's going to aid in some of the searches. And one of the biggest criticisms of this case has been Michael Vaughan never received an Amber Alert. His case did not fall under the criteria for the state of Idaho. It's outraged a lot of people. A lot of people think things could be different if that happened. But also last week, Fruitland Police announcing they've teamed up with the Homeward Bound program, which advocates for missing children. Starting in August, Natasha, there will be semi-trailers crisscrossing across the country with his name and face on them.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Meanwhile, speaking of new tips, what else have police said about that newly released photo of that man walking by the home around the time Michael went missing? Do we know anything about him?
Yeah, so we actually don't know a lot. In that police press conference that was held last week, they said they'd be releasing those photos. They did a couple days later, and the police chief just saying, we know these are grainy. This is not a suspect or even a person of interest, but this person was walking near the splash pad area of a nearby park leading up to when Michael disappeared. So they said they just want to find this person, have him come forward to talk to him, see if he saw anything. Maybe he saw something he didn't even realize he was witnessing at the time. They just want this person to come forward. Natasha.
All right, Marky Martin, we certainly appreciate it. And I know that family appreciates you keeping their boy top of mind as well. Thank you. And if you have any information, of course, on the disappearance of Michael Vaughan, please contact the Fruitland Police Department.
You keep Michael's name out there, keep Michael's face out there. And, you know, we're going to bring him home. We're going to find him. We're going to get answers.
And we're just not going to stop. Everybody should know that. We are not going to stop until we uncover the truth in its entirety, I would say.
Please. Please. Bring Michael home. Please. Please. Please.
He's beyond missed and beyond loved, and we need him. We need him.
He's coming home. And we're waiting for him. We're all waiting for him. Every single one of us are waiting for him. And we are going to bring him home.
Michael Joseph Vaughan, affectionately known as Monkey, entered the world on June 24th, 2016 as the beloved son of Brandy Neal and Tyler Vaughan. With an adventurous spirit and a zest for life, Michael embodies the purest essence of joy. Blessed with captivating blue eyes and golden blonde locks, Michael's playful demeanor has endeared him to all who know him. However, tragedy struck when Michael went missing on July 27, 2021, from Fruitland, Idaho, at the tender age of 5. Standing at 3 feet, 7 inches tall, and weighing approximately 50 pounds, Michael was last seen wearing a light blue t-shirt adorned with a Minecraft logo, dark blue boxer briefs, and sandals. Despite extensive efforts by both the community and law enforcement, Michael's whereabouts remain unknown. Authorities have determined that Michael was taken near his home on Southwest 9th Street at Arizona between 6:40 p.m. and 7 p.m. The Fruitland Police Department is urging anyone with information to come forward immediately, calling 1-208-642-6006 or dialing 911. The unwavering vigilance and support of the community are crucial in bringing Michael safely back home to his family.
I need you to know how much Michael is loved. I need you to know how much he is missed. Our family is broken.
You can't take one of our most precious citizens from us and ever expect us to stop.
He's coming home.
If you have any information on Michael, please call the Fruitland Police Department at 208-642-6006. Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS and 1-800-222-8477. Or call the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-843-5678 or dial 911. Hope is why we're here.